Hello guys, a very warm welcome to all the beautiful people out there. This is Bhavna, your master teacher of physics at grade 9th and 10th English channel for you guys, coming up with that great news जो अब तक आग की तरह फैल चुकी है, because it is actually very important for us, very important for us, that what is it about, what is going to happen, अब क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, everything. Now I guess everybody out there might have already read the circular. Have you already read the circular? Have you already gone through what CBSE has in its mind for us? If not, this session will give you clarity not only just on that, but what to do next. That is the next big question, I guessed, right? आगे क्या करना है? What to do next? तो इस what to do next वाली situation को अभी हम sort करेंगे together, and that's the only way. When we discuss our problems, when we talk of what we feel, what we are going through, are we happy, are we ecstasy, are feeling low, demotivated, something must have struck you after the result announcement by CBSE. Now let me just start this session with the very basis of it कि हम कहाँ से शुरू करेंगे. Result out हो गया है. This is official, though it is not publicly announced. This is also one thing that we definitely know for grade 10, that publicly this time the announcement of the result is not there, but the result has been sent to your schools respectively, where your school will be sending you the result to your mail IDs, right? Now ideally, I don't know how well do you find this, but how good you find this technique of CBSE students. If I just move forward and ask you a very simple question. Term 1 result out, right? We all were waiting for this. This is already out. Now this is not out publicly. This is going to be mailed to us to be followed by the school. They will be telling you, they could be following any technique to tell you the result, but the result will not be announced. So let me just clarify this thing. थोड़ा इसको ठीक कर देते हैं. If I just can do this, this result is the Funsuk Wangdu way. Do you know Funsuk Wangdu? Yes or no? Tell me, do you know who's Funsuk Wangdu? Announced publicly. कितने लोगों को पता है फुनसुक वांगडू कौन है? Tell me, how many people know who's Funsuk Wangdu? Oh my god, I just saw like 3 Idiots 3 days back because I just love that movie, and just going back to the same lane, it feels very good to me, right? Because it brings back the jazba and everything that I want to feel, that when you teach, when you learn, how you should be doing it. So when I go back to that movie, I remember that Amir Khan, which is Funsuk Wangdu in the movie, who is also the brand ambassador of Vedantu, was just saying something to his principal, that is virus, Viru Sirast Buddhi, that why do we bifurcate on the basis of result? I sit next to you because I'm topper, and my friends sit at the end as if they are out of the caste because they didn't get or score very well in one of the exam. Now this is a very debatable option, or a very debatable thing that always come into picture, whether the result should be privately told or it should be a public thing. But that movie gave us one of the thing, that yes, it is important that you should be working on your weaknesses rather than feeling weaker inside because everybody knows it. That is the major point we have to note on, and that is what the movie was suggesting. It is not that the result should not be publicly or it should be public, not at all. The point was, if I am lacking in one thing, which my teacher get to know, what my teacher can do best for me, tell everyone or get me out of my weakness. That's the purpose of a teacher, right? So this time CBSE is following Funsuk Wangdu approach, because the result is not publicly out. It is out to the different schools. Now there is a cause for this. अब इस cause को समझने के लिए let me get a bit smaller here and let me get into the CBSE की website. So everybody can see. Oh my god, मैंने छोटा होना था, मैं गायब हो गई. मैं दिख रही हूँ? Am I visible to everyone? Hi. So people, I'm just saying, if you go to CBSE, if you have been to CBSE website where you have found that notice, पहले मुझे भी बड़ा confusion हुआ. My kids only, my students only were sending me, ma'am, result is out, see this, ma'am, see where it is given that the school is sending me, it is not publicly announced. So you guys are two steps ahead from us, and that's amazing that you guys are always there to tell us ki ma'am, we got 96, we got 92, we got 90, we got 39 out of 40, we got this, we got that, and that's amazing when you share it, right? Now the point is, if you go to CBSE ka official website, that is cbse.gov.in, you have these following option. You have to click on the main website. When you clicked, you will get the first thing out there. So main website पे click करके मेरे पास आया circular regarding performance. Now why the circular is the most important part? Because if you have not gone through this circular, you are missing into a very important information that CBSE wants to tell you. Now I clicked on it and I went on to this. Let's do it together. ठीक है बच्चों पार्टी, let's do it together. Let's see what is this going to be. इसको थोड़ा बड़ा कर लेते हैं, देखते हैं कि क्या सर्कुलर हमें बोलना चाह रहा है. ठीक है, छोटा ही कर देते हैं वरना आप देख नहीं पाओगे, मेरे पीछे आ जाएगा. Let's start with what the circular wants to tell us. Performance of students of class 10th in term 1 exams, that is what. The circular number dated 5th of July 2024 issued by the CBSE provided the conduct of 2 exams, that is term 1 and term 2. Term 1 examination was conducted as per schedule. There was no change in it. It was an MCQ paper. It was supposed to be in school. Everything was this. While communicating performance, ये है सबसे important point. Why communicating performance बच्चा पार्टी? Term 1 examination to the schools following important information is also being communicated. Please be very careful about that. What is it? Point number 1. The board is informing the schools only about the theory performance of their students of class 10th in collective manner. Hence, the performance of individual student will not be on the website. ठीक है? उन्होंने पूरे स्कूल का रिजल्ट भेजा है. सिंगुलर स्टूडेंट को आप ढूंढोगे, आपको वेबसाइट पे नहीं मिल रहा है. This was also a fake news which was there outside. Go and do this, try that, put your roll number, put your details, and your result will be there. That was not available. So the board is informing the schools only about the theory performance of their students of class 10th in collective manner. This is point number 1. So school के पास result है, कहीं और नहीं दिख रहा है. Second, the information about the performance of students is based on the performance of the students uploaded by the schools. In the subjects where the assessment was not done by the schools, performance based on the scanning of OMR sheets is being communicated to the schools. So this time we already knew that term 1 का result आने से पहले, term 1 के exam के time पे, we have conducted the MCQ paper and those MCQ paper were corrected whether inside the school or was sent. If they were corrected inside the school, what the school uploaded, the result is according to that. If not, the OMR sheet has been sent, the result is according to that. Second point. Third, in case the student missed the term 1 exam due to COVID or because of participation in national, international, sports, Olympiads, etc. No performance of term 1 is being communicated. तो आप miss नहीं कर रहे थे यहाँ पर. However, their final performance will be assessed based on the performance in term 2 examination in accordance. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि आपका पूरा चांस गया, बट टर्म 1 का रिजल्ट आपके लिए नहीं आएगा. यू विल ओनली बी टेकिंग केयर बाय टर्म 2. दिस इज अ स्पेशल केस फॉर ऑल दोज स्टूडेंट्स हु हैव बीन इन्वॉल्वड इनटू एनीथिंग एल्स और बिकॉज ऑफ द कोविड सिचुएशन. Only theory performance is communicated to the students. The information about practical, project, internal assessment is already with the school. So 40 marks का result आपके पास है. 10 marks का result already school के हाथ में था for internal assessment of term 1 that is being communicated. Now this is something. Listen to this. Being term 1 only, no mark sheet come passing certificate is being issued. This is not your passing marks. This is not that you have cleared your grade 10. This is not that khatam, khalas, bas, khatam ho gaya. No. Only one mark sheet come passing certificate will be issued after term 2 examination to have parity with the previous result. This will be compromising of total marks of both term 1 as per weightage decided. Now ये जो weightage वाला point है बच्चा पार्टी, ये आधे से ज्यादा बच्चे मिस कर रहे हैं, कंफ्यूज हो रहे हैं. टर्म 1 एग्जाम बहुत अच्छा गया मैम 96%, अब तो कोई टेंशन ही नहीं. टर्म 1 एग्जाम बहुत बुरा गया मैम, वेरी टेंस नाउ बिकॉज आई डोंट नो हाउ आई विल कोप अप. For both of those people who are feeling too down or too happy, I have a news for you. The news is term 1 result is out. You guys know it personally, or even in your school if you discuss it, you know about it, ki how it has been in your area. But you don't know that its weightage is not yet been given to be 50%. It is not yet said कि भाई 50 इसका term 1 का और 50 term 2 का. You will not be like treated like that. Now there is a very big reason behind that. Let me read the circular forward, उसके बाद हम उस पे वापस आएंगे. Right? To address the difficulty level between the two sets of question paper in term 1 examination, needful action will be taken. This is something very important. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. पॉइंट नंबर 6, देयर वर कंप्लेंट्स कि मैम एक सेट इतना मुश्किल आया था, एक सेट इतना इजी आया था. हाउ आर वी गोइंग टू डील विद दैट? CBSE is going to deal with it. So it is called that they are going to take care of how they are going to classify the two sets and their score. So it's in their hand. कुछ भी बाहर आके बाहर नहीं आया है. Please do understand, this is not the final thing. I'll tell you everything about this. The weightage of term 1 and term 2 will be decided at the time of declaration of term 2 result and accordingly. ये point ने life बदल देनी है. term 1 का result बहुत अच्छा आ गया, but we don't know that whether it will have 50% weightage. Now if I can predict, just being a teacher for so many years, if I can predict term 1 weightage will be less. Now there are 3 reasons for it. 3 reasons, and big 3 reasons for it why term 1 will have less weightage. Let me just point those 3 reasons. ठीक है, चलो यहाँ पे उस term 1 की weightage लिखते. Term 1 weightage will be less. Why it will be less? Let's write it down. What will be the reason? Let me just get bigger first. What will be the reason, people? First reason why it will be less. Point number 1, it was an MCQ paper which was in school. Now why CBSE is so much important, playing a role in grade 10? Because external paper, external center, external observers, practical के लिए external teachers, all these things we meet for the first time. Until this point everything school हमारा करता धरता होता है. After this point it takes a toll on us that it is not our teachers. I do not have an impression on that person कि I am a smart person or I am a weak person. What I do in those exam paper will be my result. CBSE has this very clear. Board exam means an external examination paper at an external center, no intervention by the school. Hence, what you do in that exam time is what you make your future with. MCQ in school हुआ था, term 1 की weightage पहली बात वहीं गिर गई. Now this is one of the problem. मुझे personally बहुत सारे messages आए थे, बहुत सारे, and even I know how things might have bent, because even in invigilation, so my husband is a teacher as well and he's been invigilating in many of the school examination, and that's what I get to know that okay, MCQ exam, this is a very big problem. What is a very big problem, bacha party? समझ जाओ मैं क्या बोलना चाह रही हूँ. चीटिंग. Now this may turn to कि no मैम हमने तो बिल्कुल नहीं करी, हम तो एकदम अच्छे बच्चे. That might be the case बच्चे, but this has been reported from various parts of the country and CBSE cannot take it lightly. It has to take into consideration that if there is even some chance that many of the students might have underwent the help of any way from any side, any teacher or any school side, they will not be treating term 1 as the most authentic result. They will be treating it to the next level. Now talking about the last point, सबसे important point क्या है? हमारा ये पेपर MCQ था. We have been judged on subjective paper. Now this subjective paper, though it also hold 40 marks for term 2, but this term 2 40 marks will be having more weightage for you. तो जो लोग सैड हैं, जो लोग हैप्पी हैं, दोनों के लिए मेरे पास एक पॉइंट है. इफ यू आर हैप्पी विद योर रिजल्ट, it's very good. You might have scored 92, 96, even better. But the point is, this happiness should be cherished. कि confidence build करना चाहिए कि yes, I have done it. Now if I can rock an MCQ paper, subjective तो मैं बचपन से दे रहा हूँ. I know how long I have been doing my subjective papers. These 2 years of COVID has not taken away anything. But overconfidence is going to kill you in the exams if you go there. Your term 1 result is not decisive of your final percentage, and this percentage will decide your career. This percentage will make you choose from one subject to another. Please become competitive. Even now, I know it is less than 45 days now. Less than 45 days. But these 45 days are also good enough. I am saying देर नहीं हुई है. देर नहीं हुई है. But इससे भी ज़्यादा देर करोगे तो प्रॉब्लम है. 45 days, how to plan, we will be there with you. I am going to be personally sending you कि कैसे अपने आप को टाइम टेबल में शेड्यूल करना है. How you are going to do this. The only thing, overconfidence is bad. Underconfidence is super bad. What we have to achieve? The balance here. And how we are going to do that? With the right guidance. So I'm going to tell you about this. अभी हमारा circular पूरा नहीं हुआ था. So let's get back to our circular here only. Bachcha Party, 7th point. As I said, it is one of the most important point. I wish I could just annotate over this. This is the most important point. 7th point सबसे ज़्यादा important है. You're getting me? Yes or no? Yes. Next. Result of class 10th will be declared only after term 2 examination, wherein the candidate will be placed in the essential repeat compartment or pass category. This is important. This is your term 1 performance, but this performance is not your final result. This performance you will not say कि I got 96%, अब तो 96 ही आएंगे या 100 करूँगा मैं तो. This performance is not your result. This performance is going to be a part of it. But how much part? That is also CBSE has kept with it. Though the prediction is कि it will have less weightage as compared to your subjective paper. No examination center will be changed in term 2 examinations. Students will appear only for the examination centers allotted to their school. The compartment examination will be conducted based on the syllabus of term 2. Done in case of Patrachar Vidyalaya or private candidates who actually do the 10th and 12th privately, as the students will be appearing only in term 2 examination, their marks in practical and theory will be awarded in pro rata basis. What is pro rata basis? So I'll give you a very simple or practical example. Pro rata basis means, let's say an employee joined a company during mid of the financial year. Okay? Now next year there was appraisal cycle going on. Fine. Now that candidate was not considered for appraisal. Why? Because that candidate have joined mid-year. How can they appraise that person for the whole year performance? So they will keep him aside. Next year, whenever there will be an appraisal, his appraisal or her appraisal will not be for 1 year but rather than 18 months. Hence, if you have not given your term 1 examination for this kind of scenario for private candidates, your term 2 result will be added on as per the pro rata basis. That means the weightage of term 1 and term 2 will be considered from term 2 itself, and that will be the final result. But that will be very special cases, as the cases we discussed previously. In all cases, wherever problems have been reported in the question paper or marking scale. Now, this is something very important for all those kids who have been reporting me, ma'am, because mine is a third language. Because one of the student of mine was telling me ki ma'am, there was a mistake in the marking scheme of Udia paper, and because it's a third language, nobody is listening. I understand, but don't think nobody is listening. People are there. There are always voices that are raised. So if you are the one, listen to this point very carefully. In all cases, wherever problems have been reported in the question papers or the marking scheme, now agar koi bhi tension thi and report hui hai, because that is what is important, due care has been taken by the board and the performance of the students has been calculated by the board taking into account the revised marking scheme. So do not think that my percentage is going down because of the fault of the CBSE marking scheme. They will take care of it for sure. Wherever applicable, or awarded marks for dropped questions in a suitable manner, keeping in mind the academic interest of the student. So it is very, very important that we have faith in the organization. The organization releases these certificates. These announcements are very much written thing. You can always question it, but they still write it because they are concerned for us. So trust the institution, but do take into consideration that COVID situation have made everything go haywire. So taking care of the system is a very, very big task, and they have been trying to make it possible that if COVID would have been there, if term 2 couldn't be there, term 1 result would be in your hand. But term 2 hoga. COVID situation has luckily been in the control, and hence term 2 hoga. 45 days we have in our hand. From sad to smiley, it's in our hand. How we are going to do, I'll tell you that as well. Action as per the rules on unfair means, sub judice, not eligible, and result later cases etc. will be taken at the time of final results. कहीं पे भी कुछ भी अटक रहा है, tension मत लेना, your result will be there. It's just that you don't know right now. जिनको पता भी है, they even don't know the weightage, right? Such candidates are presently allowed to appear in term 2 examination. तो आपका term 2 होगा, आपको कोई टेंशन नहीं लेनी है, अच्छे से एग्जाम देना है, अपने से बेस्ट करना है. That is the only thing you can do, right? Last one, online dispute redressal mechanism for term 1 examination is made available immediately. This facility will be available till 26th of March. Today is 13th. You have around 7 more days. Sorry. So sorry. You have around 13 more days, people, here for disputes. So कुछ भी है, आप अपने dispute को term 2 के result को लेकर not happy हो, whatever it is, please report. Reporting helps. Do not think I'll put it in social media, that will give me the better chance. Putting it to the right mechanism, to the right organization will help you. Do that, right? The most important point हमारे लिए क्या है बच्चा पार्टी? 6th and 7th. For the ones who have been concerned, like very concerned about कि मैम हमारा set difficult वाला आ गया था, अब क्या करें? It has been taken care. Point number 7, weightage is yet in CBSE hand. Take it कि term 1 की weightage कम होने वाली है. तो हमारा term 2 हाथ में है. 45 days है लगभग. Let's rock it. So let's get here. अब मैंने बोल दिया था 92, 96 super good, but overconfidence not good at all, right? तो इसको थोड़ा इधर लेकर चलते हैं. लेट्स से आप कौन सी कैटेगरी में हो, इसको थोड़ा सा ऐसे डिफाइन करते हैं. फॉर माई टर्म 1 रिजल्ट, ठीक है, फॉर माई, लेट मी गेट बिगर है, फॉर माई टर्म 1 रिजल्ट बच्चा पार्टी, देर आर 2 to 3 modes ऑफ माई हैप्पीनेस दैट कुड बी. क्या क्या हो सकता है? या तो मैं बहुत खुश हूं, आई एम द मोस्ट हैप्पी पर्सन बिकॉज माई परसेंटेज इज 90 to 97 के बीच में, इवन 100, लेट्स कॉल इट, ठीक है, आई एम द हैप्पी वन. और आई एम द सैड वन, आई एम द सैड वन. मेरी परसेंटेज लाई कर रही है 60 से 80 के बीच में कहीं भी, बट आई वॉज एक्सपेक्टिंग बेटर, ठीक है. मैंने सोचा था 80 अबव आएंगे, 74 पे अटक गया, आई एम नॉट हैप्पी. एक और है जिनको कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता, इनके लिए मैं बताती हूँ, इनको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता चाहे ये 60 में हो चाहे ये 90 में हो. ये पूरी कैटेगरी के वो वाले बच्चे हैं जो अपने कंसर्न से अलग हो रखे हैं, अभी लॉस्ट है, दे आर द लॉस्ट कैटेगरी. अब इनको वापस लाते हैं, ठीक है. सो लेट्स ब्रिंग बैक. यहाँ के बच्चे होते हैं बच्चे ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट. दिस इज व्हाट आई कॉल एज ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट. कैन दिस बी हैम्परिंग अस? Definitely yes. Overconfidence is not going to help me in any way. ठीक है. ये ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस क्या होता है बच्चा पार्टी? ये ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस होता है कि जहां मैं अपनी ही पहचान खो दूं. आई बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ कि अब तो मेरे मार्क्स इतने अच्छे आ गए, अब मुझे दुनिया से क्या डर. ये वाले बच्चे अपने टर्म 2 के रिजल्ट को खराब कर सकते हैं विद देयर ओन हैंड. एंड ये वाले बच्चे वो वाले बच्चे हैं जिनका टर्म 1 बहुत औसम गया हो, बट दे डोंट नो दैट टर्म 1 का रिजल्ट इज पार्शियली और इवन लेस वेटेड डिपेंडेंट ऑन टर्म 2. तो इस वाली कैटेगरी में अगर आप हो, कंट्रोल योर फीलिंग्स. अभी लड़ाई बाकी है. इफ आई टॉक अबाउट देयर इज अ वॉर गोइंग बिटवीन टू कंट्रीज एंड we have to or say that one country wins over the other, that doesn't mean that owns one part of it. It has to conquer the whole area. It has to be the final battle won. Until not done, you will not be able to that. So keep your horses in your control. पढ़ना अभी भी बहुत जरूरी है. सब्जेक्टिव पेपर के लिए बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है हाउ मच यू प्रैक्टिस, बिकॉज आदत छूट गई है. टॉकिंग अबाउट दीज किड्स, इन वाले बच्चों का क्या किया जाए? व्हाट टू डू अबाउट द सैड वन? कहाँ जाएंगे? दुखी हो जाएंगे, डिमोटिवेटेड हो जाएंगे, इसमें ही नहीं कर पाए, सब्जेक्टिव में क्या करेंगे, इतने टाइम हो गया, हाउ वी विल मैनेज? यहां पर आएगा चेंज. डिमोटिवेशन को मोटिवेशन में बदलना है. हाउ विल यू डू दैट? एनी टाइम आई फॉल, इफ आई स्टे देयर, आई विल बी कॉल्ड फॉलन. But if I get up and make sure that I move forward, I will never be called fallen. भूल जाती है दुनिया, सब भूल जाएंगे. टर्म 1 का रिजल्ट इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं था. क्या इंपॉर्टेंट था? योर 10th का रिजल्ट. और अभी भी मेरे हाथ में पूरा दमखम है that I can change it. So my term 2 रिजल्ट, यहां से अंडर कॉन्फिडेंस आता है. इस अंडर कॉन्फिडेंस को कॉन्फिडेंस में बदलो और आगे बढ़ो. अब इसको बदलेंगे कैसे? इसको बदलने के लिए एक तरीका तो आपके पास ऑलरेडी है. क्या है? वेदांतु. ऑलवेज बीइंग विद यू. देयर इज अ स्पेशल थिंग आई येस्टरडे ओनली अनाउंस्ड. अभिषेक सर, ज्योत्सना मैम, सबने आपको आकर बताया कि बच्चा पार्टी 10th तो शुरुआत है, आगे तो बहुत बड़ी बड़ी लड़ाइयां हैं. सो टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट, योर जेईई नीट कोर्स इज ओनली एंड ओनली टिल टुडे 8 PM. सो हाफ एन आवर है, is applicable for 20,000 because 40,000 out of 60,000 of fees is being filled by your master teachers. तो अगर यहाँ की लड़ाई छोटी लड़ाई से आगे बढ़ के भी देख पा रहे हो, बड़ी पिक्चर देख पा रहे हो, then definitely you will go for it, but it's only active for half an hour. But उससे पहले अगर 10th की टेंशन खाई जा रही है, so look at this, go to your courses, यहाँ पर जाओ, CBSE पे क्लिक करो. The best thing that you can do right now is pick up the Term 2 Drona course. Your master teachers, Amrit sir, Amit Rora sir, Anubha ma'am, Ankana ma'am, Abhishek sir, Harsh Priyam sir, ये सारे टीचर्स अगर आपको पर्सनली पढ़ा रहे होते, आपको लगता है कि आप में इंप्रूवमेंट नहीं होती? डेफिनेटली होगी. एंड दैट्स व्हाट द द्रोना बैच इज ऑल अबाउट. इस द्रोना बैच में बच्चा पार्टी सी, देयर इज नो कोड अप्लाइड है, 3300 rupees for the term 2 preparation, English, maths, science, social studies, everything. This is for 33,100 rupees. So sorry, 33,000 नहीं, 3300 rupees. 3300 में से क्या करना है? कोड लगा देना ना. किसका कोड लगा देना? BA Pro लगा कर देखते हैं. ठीक है, BA Pro लगाया, कुछ हो रहा है क्या? हुआ ना, 10% डिस्काउंट हो गया मैम, 2,970. चलो एक और चीज ट्राई करके देखते हैं. मैंने ना बड़े दिनों से ये ट्राई नहीं करा है. क्या ये चल रहा है अभी भी? लेट्स अप्लाई BA Pro 1. अप्लाई करें, अप्लाई करें, अप्लाई करें. नहीं, ये वाला कोड अभी गया. अब ये वाला कोड अभी आएगा, है क्या चांस? देयर इज अ डिस्काउंट कमिंग, बट मेरे हिसाब से लेट नहीं करना, अभी ले लो. 2,970 में अपने फेवरेट मास्टर टीचर से पढ़ लो. दे विल टर्न योर सैड स्माइली इनटू हैप्पी स्माइली. दे विल मेक श्योर इफ यू आर हैप्पी, यू शुड बी हैप्पियर. सो मेक श्योर यू आर नॉट मिसिंग ऑन दिस. यहाँ पे वो सब चीजें हैं बच्चे, आपकी इंटरेक्टिव क्लासेस हैं, टेस्ट सीरीज है, डाउट सॉल्विंग है, आपके फेवरेट मास्टर टीचर्स हैं. दिस इज वन वे डेफिनेटली टू गो फ्रॉम सैड टू हैप्पी. तो इस वाले ग्राफ में ये जो छोटा सा दिख रहा है, क्या दिख रहा है, ये छोटा सा बच्चा दिख रहा है. यहां से यहां जंप करने के लिए क्या चाहिए, यहां से यहां जंप करने के लिए डेफिनेटली चाहिए द्रोना बैच. And obviously if you wish you can use the code BA Pro और BA Pro 1. जरूर ट्राई करके देखना, अभी एक्टिव नहीं है, क्या पता कल एक्टिव हो जाए. इससे आपको 10% डिस्काउंट मिल जाएगा, इससे आपको 20% डिस्काउंट मिल जाएगा. बट दिस विल टर्न यू फ्रॉम सैड टू हैप्पी. मेजर पॉइंट, जस्ट टेक इन टू कंसिडरेशन कि अभी वेटेज डिसाइडेड नहीं है. सो फोकस ऑन व्हाट इज बेस्ट टू बी डन, राइट? And all the best. Your performance will be our performance. तो हम आपके लिए डेफिनेटली क्या क्या करने वाले हैं, लेट मी टेल यू. डेफिनेटली क्या क्या करने वाले हैं, अभी बहुत कुछ प्लान्ड है बच्चा पार्टी. देयर इज अ लॉट मेनी थिंग्स इवन ऑन यूट्यूब पे आपके टीचर्स आपको सब पढ़ाने वाले हैं. बट उसके साथ साथ प्रो क्लासेस में अगर आपने ज्वाइन कर लिया, so that will even give you an extra advantage. तो इधर से इधर प्लस कर दिया तो आपका टर्म 1 के रिजल्ट के साथ टर्म 2 भी रॉकिंग हो जाएगा, राइट? सैड नहीं होना है, अभी तक वक्त है. प्रैक्टिस एंड प्रैक्टिस. जितनी ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस करोगे उतना ज्यादा बेटर हो जाओगे. आई एम नॉट सेइंग टू बी परफेक्ट, आई एम जस्ट सेइंग टू डू द बेस्ट, राइट पीपल? That's the only point I have with you. Write your own answers. खुद से लिखो. That is the best way. Subjective paper is easy as compared to MCQ. Why I am saying so? Because you have a chance to score better. MCQ is 0 or 1. I have told this always. अगर मैं एक MCQ पेपर की बात करूं, so it is either right or wrong. So 0 नंबर आएगा या 1 आएगा. But subjective paper में best क्या होता है? Do you know? सब्जेक्टिव पेपर में बेस्ट होता है कि यू गेट मार्क्स फॉर वट एवर यू आर राइटिंग. इट मे लेस, बट इफ यू आर राइटिंग समथिंग यू विल बी गेटिंग मार्क्स. मार्किंग स्कीम अच्छे से पढ़ो. दैट विल टेल यू कि अपने न्यूमेरिकल में गिवन लिखने में भी कितने मार्क्स मिलते हैं. डू नॉट लीव दैट. दिस विल गिव यू मोर स्कोरिंग अपॉर्चुनिटीज. स्कोर इट एंड रॉक इट. नाम रोशन करके आना. क्या करना है? BA Pro के ऊपर 1000 वॉट का बल्ब लगा कर आना है, ठीक है? We will be here, we will be helping you, we will be giving you lots of advices, lots of motivation, lots of help. But keep rocking yourself and never be demotivated. एक result, एक exam is never the end. This is the beginning and every chapter is a new beginning. All the best, Bacha Party. Love you all. Just go, keep rocking, keep smiling and keep learning. Bye people. Take care. Have a great day and a great week ahead. See you next time. Bye bye.